a couple of the big ports you visited, weren't they? Were Beijing and Shanghai?
Yeah, the cruise started so we flew out to Shanghai. We were only there sort of days, so just got the opportunity to sort of get a feel for the city. We went in sort of a motorbike and sidecar round, so you really saw the contrast of the modern. This is quite an international city, really. So the modern and then the quite traditional. And then, so we stayed there overnight, and then we went to the port, and it's so, I mean, what they've done very well is the queue management. So we thought we'd be there it would be quite hard to get on the ship, but actually, because there's visas and passport control, but that was all handled really smoothly. And then it was a 5-night cruise, which included stops in Korea and Japan. So we just went to quite small, ports to just try some of the tea ceremonies and temples and that side of things.
Did you see any geisha?
No, but a couple of group dressed up.
A couple of your group dressed up?
Yeah, I couldn't because I was too tall for the outfit. It would have been up to my knee. But yeah, a couple of group dressed up. Right. And we had the sort of tea ceremony and that side of it. And then the final thing was 2 nights. We had 2 nights in Beijing, which for me, I'd never experienced a city on the scale of that. So we drove from the port, and I think there's 6 ring roads around Beijing, and it can take 7 hours to drive from one side to the other. So
mind you, it probably takes 7 hours to drive from one side of London to the other, couldn't it? If you don't hit
it
traffic
could do, but this is when the traffic's not bad. You know,
okay.
I don't know what Beijing is when the traffic's bad, but yeah.
I think it's 23 million people, I believe, in just that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's quite.
It doesn't surprise me. So the traffic was horrendous. But again, you see the real mix of sort of the traditional and the modern. So there's hundreds of cars driving, you know, as you'd expect, and a junction. And then you just see a man on a bike or on a sort of homemade car, on a motorbike where they've sort of got corrugated iron and made it into a van with 100 cardboard boxes stacked up. You know, I mean, 2 meters above him. Yeah. But he won't be going with the traffic, just diagonal across, you know, doesn't matter what the lights are doing, we'll just, you know, meander on his bike or whatever, diagonally across. You'd see people with a bike and then sidecar with their children in, just going the wrong way.
Anything goes.
Yeah, anything goes at all, which was, that was quite interesting to see that sort of contrast.
Did you, while you were there in Beijing, did you get a chance to see people? Were you up early enough to see them practicing Tai Chi in the morning?
Yes, we were there on the Sunday, and we went in the big park there, and there's a whole host of, I think people were definitely making their own entertainment. So get away to the sort of park areas, and we saw people practicing Tai Chi, but with they had a sort of bat and ball, so they were sort of doing these moves. It's quite fantastic. They were playing sort of ping pong, but it was sort of Tai Chi moves. It was amazing to see. So sort of underarm and sort of movement. We saw people doing yoga, different sort of exercise, sort of gentle exercise and ball games and that sort of thing. And it definitely, you could see that's where the people of the city went to sort of relax on a weekend.